Hi everyone, welcome from Acumen Accounting. Small business and VAT. So what happened is, in most of the cases, as an accountant, I have experienced a very common confusion, and the question being asked to me as an accountant, why we have to pay VAT on the first year of trading in the business, because VAT on small business, especially if you are in the food industry, you're running a restaurant or a takeaway, that VAT is a massive burden on the business. So this video is purely for those who have the confusion around what the VAT is, why we're paying a VAT, because where we are now, there's so many people who don't understand the financial statement or the VAT or how it works, why we're paying double taxes. In reality, you're not paying double taxes, you are paying VAT on sales, and then you're paying a profit. When you have a profit, you pay either a corporation tax, or if you're a sole trader, you just pay an income tax on your income. So I'm going to make it very simple for those people who are basically struggling to understand the VAT side. So when you do a sales, of course, you have to pay VAT. So when you're buying things, you can claim, and on sales, you have to pay VAT. Again, I'm not going into the details, the different schemes and the rates available for the VAT, because it's going to make it very complicated to this video. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So if you are in the business and you buy a new business, or if it's a running, we call it a going concern. That means if you're buying a running business, which is already trading and it's a VAT registered, you need to register from the day one you took over that business. So that's a statutory requirement. If you don't do that, it means you are not compliance with the rules and regulations. Because some people who come to me, because I'm in the industry for over 20 years as an accountant. So in the last few years, I've seen that too much confusion. People buying the business and they're thinking they don't have to pay VAT until either they hit the threshold or the first year is exempt. It's nothing like this. If you buying a business which is a going concern, which is already trading, and it's a VAT registered business, you must register yourself or your company from the day you start trading or took over that business. Because if you don't do that, it means you will get a HMRC visit, and they will say, why didn't you register? And you probably arguing, or my turnover hit in after 6 months or 7 months or 3 months, but that's not the case. So please remember, if you took over a business or buy a business and it's already trading, you must register your business for VAT. Your accountant should be able to help, or they should be able to advise you on this. Otherwise, you will hit with the massive penalties and fines. And if you're starting a new business from scratch, it's never been traded, or you kind of doing it, of course, there is a threshold, which is now £90,000 since April 2024. So if you are in the business and you want to wait for that time, and then of course you don't have to pay VAT until you hit the threshold. But once you hit the threshold of the 90,000, if you hit it in a 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 9 months, you have to register on the time when you hit there. So please make sure you have a record of your sales. Whatever system you're using, you must keep the record, so you can basically see when you hit that the threshold of the VAT. I've noticed there's so many people who realize even after 18 months, or they have hit the VAT threshold going back 6 months, and then it's very hard and very difficult to go back into to your cash flows, and it's going to be a big dip on your cash flow, because you didn't realize you didn't change your prices accordingly, because you have kept your prices as per your without a VAT registered business. Because there's a 20% hit on the sales, so you need to make sure you adjust your pricing accordingly. That's the main thing you must understand. If you don't understand these things, I would strongly advise you sit with your accountants or whoever your business advisor is. They can look at the pricing structure, and then you can change your menu or change your prices and all do that. Again, stick to your prices. Don't try to compromise, because when you start compromising, it means you're compromising on yourself, and then you will struggle to grow your business, or you will struggle to make like a decent money, and then you'll be ending up working stupid hours in your business. I know food industry is hard, because I'm focusing on the takeaways and the restaurants, and particularly in this video, it's very difficult. I know the food prices are going up sky high. We know the inflation is coming down, but inflation is coming down it doesn't mean the prices which been increased, they're reducing. No, the pace of the inflation is not kind of, that's kind of been controlled to nearly 2% now. Inflation, again, is a very complicated. For example, if you bought something for 10 quid and then it's now 12, it means there's like a 2% increase. But that £10 which you have paid, it used to be £5. So if you look at it, of course, it's 2% increase, but it's not increasing in a pace which it used to be kind of, 6 or 7%. So that's where all the complications starts. Again, so what you need to do is you need to make sure you focus on your prices as well. So VAT is one of the things which I just wanted to focus on this video to make you understand. If you, again, I'm going to sum up this. If you're buying a going concern business, meaning if it's already trading, you must register your business from day one. There is nothing first day exemption or anything like this. And if you are kind of a new in the business, of course, you can wait until you hit the thresholds of £90,000. So make sure, you kind of comply with all things. But if you struggle, if you're thinking you have limited knowledge, I strongly advise go back to your accountants, make an appointment, sit with them, have like a half an hour session. So get that clarity. I understand as a businessman, you focus on different things because you doing the buyings, you kind of, speaking to the utility suppliers for the better deals for your gas and electric, the phone lines, the internet, the sales and the staff. I fully understand that because as a business, you have to deal with all these things, and that's how you become an entrepreneur. But if you kind of thinking about not kind of, struggling all these things, just make a half an hour appointment with the accountants, and I'm sure they must be able to help you. Again, if you think you have any common question, you can either leave a comment at the bottom of this video, or you can just send us a private message, or you can just go to our website, acumenaccounting.co.uk, and book a free appointment for up to 60 minutes. So one of our team member will happy to answer your questions. And then, that will be available for anybody, even you are our existing client or not another client. We happy to assist because my aim and goal is to just give something back to the community and see how we can help and support the small businesses around the UK, because 90% of the UK economy is supported by the small businesses. Again, if you have any question around VAT, we're happy to assist and happy to help you. Again, thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay happy. Bye for now.